Hello viewers, welcome to today's episode. Today we are going to discuss 7 red flags in men that you should never ignore. 7 red flags in men that you should never ignore. Number 1, a hot-tempered person. You know, there are some people when they get angry, you really know that this person is angry. Some when they are angry, they will punch things, throw things, kick things, be verbally abusive. Avoid such a man. You know, it's a known fact that all of us get angry at some point in time, but it's how you manage your anger. Some go to the extreme. So avoid such people. Because one day if they don't have anything to kick, anything to punch, anything to hit, they might end up hitting you. And also people who cannot manage their anger, who get so angry, they can be emotionally manipulative. You know, they will make you feel like you are always responsible for their anger. In the end, they will use the anger to control you. You know, even when there are things to discuss, you avoid to address them because you don't want the person to get angry because he is so hot-tempered. Very important things, you just ignore them. You don't want to talk about them because you don't want to experience the episode of anger when they get angry, how they behave. So it becomes so manipulative and controlling. So this makes you to be relating with that person as if you are walking on eggshells. You are always careful what to say, what to do, because you are avoiding to bring back that anger episode. That's not healthy. That's a big red flag in a man. Number 2, poor communication. For every healthy relationship, you need to communicate. But there are some men who are poor at communicating. You know, if you want to be the only one speaking in a relationship, or your opinions are always right, your words are always final, that's poor communication. Because effective communication has to be 2 ways. The man communicates, the woman also communicates. Opinions from both sides are heard. Suggestions are heard. Fears are heard. But you don't want to be with a man who, when he finishes speaking, no one speaks anymore. This is final and we are done. This discussion is over. He's the only one always declaring that the discussion is over. Even when you have things to say, the discussion is over. So no one talks anymore. That is not healthy. That is a big red flag in a man. Number 3, unfaithfulness. When you are dating a man who is unfaithful, who always cheats on you, address the issue. Talk about it. Unless you are ready to live with a man who cheats on you. And in my life, I've never met a woman who genuinely accepts and is happy with her man to cheat on her. I've never met that woman because no one wants to share their man. So cheating is a big red flag that you should not ignore in a relationship. Number 4, a controlling man. A man who doesn't give you space. You know, as much as you are in a relationship, but a man should allow you some space to do things that you can do as a person, whether it's business, chatting with friends, visiting family. But there are some men who control every step. Why do you talk to that person? I don't like you talking to that person. That friend of yours, don't talk to that one. That cousin of yours, no, I don't like her. Oh, I don't like this one. I don't like the way you do these things. So many rules and controls and do's and don'ts. So many of them. That's a big red flag. As much as you are in a relationship, you should be given space to breathe as a person, to do the things that you like to do, as long as the things are not bad things. A person should allow you to do them. But if you see that a man is so controlling, that is a big red flag. Number 5, avoiding responsibility. You know, in life, we make mistakes as human beings. But if you meet a man who doesn't accept any responsibility because of how he speaks, he always finds someone to blame. Oh, I said that because of how she spoke to me. I did that because of how he did this. Oh, I'm like this because of how my father treated me. Oh, I'm like that because of how my mother treated me. I'm like this because of how never at any point does this person take responsibility. You know, the importance of taking responsibility is that it helps you to improve. When you know that I should have done better as a person, that creates room for you to improve. But if a person always finds someone to blame because of his mistakes, that's a big red flag, because he will never take responsibility for anything. He will always find someone to blame. Even if things are not working, he will always blame everyone. By the end of the day, he will blame you for everything that is happening in his life or in the relationship. Number 6, continuous criticism. A person who always criticizes you, a person who always pulls you down as a man, who doesn't appreciate anything you do. All he's able to see is mistakes. All he's able to see is your weaknesses. And he criticizes you every now and again. That's a big red flag. A man should be able to overlook some things. He should be able to ignore some things. That the mistakes that you do, not criticizing everything that you do, that's a big red flag. Number 7, emotionally distancing himself from you. You know, women, we say that are emotional beings. Oh, humans are emotional beings, but oftentimes women get emotionally affected by things. Therefore, women need more emotional support. So when you see a man who distances himself from you when you need him emotionally, that's a red flag. When you need emotional support, he ignores you. That is a red flag. This is because as a woman, you need emotional support. Sometimes you need to be encouraged emotionally, to be supported emotionally. So if you see a man who deliberately ignores you when you need that emotional support, know that that's a red flag. Avoid such kind of a man. Thank you so much for watching. May I encourage you to subscribe, like the video, share it with others, and click the notification button. See you next time.